Why, hello there, and welcome back. For those of you new to my channel, I'm Mrs. O, here to support my parents, students, and teachers with all things math-related, ed tech tips, and educational resources. Glad that you can join me again today. Last week, I went over how to use some of the more advanced features and showed how to use the tile factory to create letters, sentence scrambles, and sorting activities. Also to make flashcards and matching pairs. For more details regarding how to do that, make sure to check out the description box down below. In this week's video, I will show you how you can use Whiteboard Chat to create a game board where small groups of students can work on the same board at the same time. This is great for partner games, small group work assignments, and where students can even use a chat box to communicate. The best part is that as a teacher, you can easily monitor it all in real time. All right, to set up your group boards in advance, simply select the participants icon, then create group board. In the space provided, this is where you'll assign each group a name. You may already have names for your reading or math small groups, so you can either use those names or assign new ones. Oh yes, and make sure to separate each group name with a comma. And once done, select Pre-Create Groups. Once done processing, you'll see the groups that you've created listed here. Now we are ready to set up our game board. I'll first start by inserting an image. I've already created a spin the wheel game, so I'll go ahead and upload that here. Once sized and positioned the way I like it, I'll go ahead and lock it into place. And since this particular game requires spinners, I will go to the Painter's palette and select it from the widgets. Since that was the last option I selected, it appeared for me. However, in case it does not show up automatically for you, you can just simply scroll through and select widgets and spinner. And since I've used this feature before, I will have to edit it and input new information. So I'll select the 3 lines there and delete the information that I don't need and input the new information. Keep in mind that you can color code each entry by separating it with a comma. Once done, make sure that both these options are on the on position. Students can spin and sync student spins. And then you're ready to update. As you can see here, all of my numbers and color options appear. However, if you do need to edit, just simply go back in and make the adjustment. I'm going to resize it to make room for another spinner and get it positioned just where I want it. Then make sure to lock it into place so that you don't accidentally erase it. I added an additional spinner by repeating the same process, and I wanted you to see how the spinner can be used for just more than adding numbers. You can add names and use the spinner to call on students randomly or input other words. Now we can go to the Painter's palette to add some movable pieces. As you can see here, there are many options. You have animal shapes, emojis, stickers, many options to choose from. I'll stick with animals. Go ahead and select the fox and position that. And then I'll select the bee. Okay, once I've done that, I'll go ahead and resize it so that it does not take up too much space. And I'll make sure to lock it into place so that I don't accidentally erase it. It's also important to make sure that you clone the game pieces so that students can cover up the game board. Okay, now our game board is set up and we're ready to play. To demonstrate how it all comes together, I want to show you how a completed board with spinners, movable pieces, and a game card looks. For this game, students will be multiplying decimals, and the first student to get 4 answers covered vertically, horizontally, diagonally, or 4 in a corner wins. If you're interested in a free PDF copy of this game, make sure to check out the description box below for my contact information and feel free to reach out to me via email. And while you're at it, if you're liking what you've seen so far, make sure to like this video by giving it a thumbs up. Now that the board is all set up, To invite students, simply click Invite, and you can either select the code or copy the URL and paste it in the chat box. As students log on, they will be prompted to enter their name and to select a group. That's why I recommend that you inform students ahead of time which group they'll be assigned to. So once they log in, they'll know exactly which group to select. We'll go with the triangle group and select Set Name ID. Here's what it looks like from a student's vantage point. Now let's test to ensure that the spinners and the movable game pieces work correctly. There we go. The spinners work just fine. Now let's test out the movable pieces. In order to do that, we must select Move and Resize. And then you see it sparkle. That means it is ready to go. It is movable. Okay, everything checks out. Now let's take a closer look at it from the group board. Here's a side-by-side view of the teacher board set up on the left and student group board on the right. At the upper right-hand corner, you can see the 3 students are signed into this board. However, you can see that 2 are actively moving their mouse. Student 1 is marking in purple, and notice how the other student is unable to erase their markings. I'm sure that most teachers can definitely appreciate that feature and can take comfort that students can't play around erasing other students' work. Students sharing the same group board will be able to see as each student spins the wheel and moves the game pieces. To monitor students as they play, simply click Grid View. And here you see displayed the group boards. To change the view from student to group board view, go to Grid Options, select Board Browser, and Group Boards Only. Notice how now only one board is displayed. After selecting the board, to join the group board, simply click on Join Board. And now from the teacher's view, you can see students play in real time. And there's more. Teachers can now enable a chat box within the group boards. To do so, select the participant's avatar. Once that opens up, scroll down and select Create Chat. Then you'll see a chat box icon that appears in the corner. Now students can communicate back and forth with each other, and the teacher can monitor it all, and even send the group a message to ensure that they stay on track. Just awesome! Now, I'm not sure about you, but I don't know of any other whiteboard that has all of these awesome features. But if you do, make sure to share by commenting down below. And feel free to share your experience using Whiteboard Chat. I would love to hear from you. And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching. To continue to support my channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, take care.